Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, what is your primary target?
My primary target is to get everybody healthy, Dr. Gale. Everybody. I have such a nurturing cloud about me. Anyone that comes within 3 feet, whether it be a human or an animal or a plant, I want to nurture. But that's my personal problem, I guess. But to answer your question, every company that has an employee can have a corporate wellness program in place. It doesn't have to be lavish or long or expensive. Just allowing someone like me to come in maybe during a lunch hour, or maybe after work on a Thursday night, or maybe just 15 minutes before, so we could all calm down and maybe do a little breathing exercise and get focused, will benefit. And they'll benefit, not only will the company benefit, but it'll be part of the ripple effect that goes throughout the country. And that's really what I'm after. It starts at home with a woman and in the workplace. And then from there, it ripples out.
Well, now, this is a show about women in business. So what are some of the obstacles and roadblocks that you've encountered developing this business for yourself?
Well, I think the biggest roadblock that I've encountered is just trying to get into the HR person to show them what I have. Just trying to get into the front door has been my biggest obstacle. 90% of the time when I do come in, they love what I have to say, and they usually hire me. Or if they don't hire me, they go to their insurance company and they accept a corporate wellness program that they have to offer, and then they hire me afterwards. But that's, to answer your question, that's been the hardest thing, is just getting to the right person to show them what we have to offer. Because they don't want to hear that they have to spend more money. They don't want to hear that the employees have to take off work or possibly refocus their attention or energy onto doing something else. So that's it. It's just getting to the HR person.
And providing that, the HR person says, yeah, I think it's a great idea. Then you've also, the HR person isn't the one who writes the check. So then that person has to convince the CEO or CFO or CMO that this is a program that they need to do. And then you need to get the participation from the employees. So how difficult has that been?
Well, interesting phenomenon here. Once the HR person is on board, they become my cheerleader. And usually what they do is they set up an appointment for me to come in and usually speak to the whole board. But again, the HR person is behind me. Now, this is a voluntary program, and not every employee is on board, which is okay. But I can tell you the majority of the people are, and again, it's usually the women. And believe me, management sits up and takes notice as to who's on board and who isn't, because usually the people that are on board are going to get healthier. And the people that don't want anything to do with it, which is okay, it's not legally demanding that they get on board, usually they can see the writing on the wall with those employees. So again, by offering this, it's showing the employees appreciation, which in turn is going to bring more loyalty and raise the morale among the employees too. So there's a lot of aspects that come with offering a corporate wellness program, not just the health part of it.
And so is this a program of your own? Is this a program that you've developed from someone else? Or where did this particular program that you have come from? And because you're saying it's not only your diet, but it's your body, which is exercise, which could be as little as yoga and stretching, or as much as aerobics or Zumba. So, and then of course is the whole mindset piece. So whose program are you following, or is this your own program?
Well, I take bits and pieces of everything that I know. Being an Ayurvedic practitioner, and Ayurveda, as you know, is one of the oldest forms of natural medicine next to Chinese medicine. It's been around for over 5,000 years. I take parts of that. I take parts of everything that I've ever learned in the 4 decades that I know to be true, that has worked for me, the latest in research that I have read about, and I customize programs for companies. Not every company gets the same program. They get what they want and what they feel that they need, along with my input too. The first thing I do, Dr. Gale, is I go in and I anonymously ask the employees where they would like help. What issues are there that they want help with, whether it be if they're having problems with their gut, if they can't sleep, if they have maybe menopausal issues, whatever it is, anonymously. Then I bring the research or the final tally to the management, and I say, these are the issues that your employees have. These are the programs that I recommend that we do to address those issues and reverse them. So to answer your question, I have a large field to choose from to put programs together. And I don't do woo-woo things. I do things that have been done and proven to work for thousands of years, or whatever research has come out, latest research has come out that has proven that this will work.
Fantastic. Well, now let's tell our listeners about how they can get in touch with you, or if they have companies that would be interested, or if they just want to know about you and what you do. Where can they go to get information on you?
Well, they can go to my website, and my website is Hello Corporate Wellness. It's that simple. HelloCorporateWellness.com.
Fabulous. That's great. Well, I think it's really important for all of us to think about this, because I just know how important health is, and I know how important feeling good is for productivity, not only for yourself and in your everyday life, but for your own productivity, your own energy level, your relationships with loved ones and with friends. I mean, all of this is a part of it. It's so very important. And I know that you're also, Marti, working on being a certified yoga teacher. I've never been able to get into yoga. I have to tell you that. It's just a little too quiet for me. And I know you're an EFT administrator. So, and for those of you who don't know what that's about, that's emotional freedom technique. It's a tapping technique. But the one you're doing is without. It's like acupuncture without the needles or tapping. And then you also are becoming certified as a advanced clinical weight loss practitioner. And eventually you want to be a fitness trainer. I can tell you, I work with a lot of trainers, and I don't know how you're going to feel about that when you're certified. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It really is. But anyway, we have about a minute left. And again, I want to say that your website is hellocorporatewellness.com. Is there any last-minute thought that you'd like to leave our audience with?
Yes, I'd like to remind your audience to breathe. So, physically, what happens when people get stressed is that they stop breathing, or their breathing goes into a shallow mode. So if I could just relay one thought today and let everyone go for the rest of the day thinking, next time I'm stressed or I'm anxious, just breathe. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and then let it out. So that's what I'd like to leave everyone with today.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Marti, and thank everyone for listening to Women in Business, the show that brings you women entrepreneurs and senior managers. I hope you enjoyed our show today. Connect with me on Facebook and Twitter, and be sure to download my ebook, Life Lessons from an SOB, from my website, spunkyoldbroad.com, where you can find information on my speeches, coaching, and resources. You can also email me at Gayle Carson, GAYLE 13@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Marti, for being with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Gale, for having me. It was a pleasure.